Tell me if this sounds familiar. All day long, you're perfectly fine. You're busy, you're distracted, you're functioning like a normal human being. But the moment you lie down at night, your brain goes, "Ah, yes, silence. Time to think about every embarrassing moment since 2009. Time to question all your life decisions. Time to imagine every possible thing that could go wrong. Time to overanalyze that one text message from 7 hours ago." Why? Why does your brain suddenly become a chaotic philosopher the moment you're trying to sleep? Today we're talking about the secret reason you overthink at night. And trust me, it's not because you're dramatic. Your brain is doing something very specific, very sneaky, and very human. Let's break it down in a simple, honest, slightly funny way, because nighttime overthinking is basically a universal experience. Number 1, night is the only time your brain finally gets quiet, so the thoughts get loud. All day long, you're perfectly fine. You're busy, you're distracted, you're functioning like a normal human being. But the moment you lie down at night, your brain goes, "Ah, yes, silence. Time to think about every embarrassing moment since 2009. Time to question all your life decisions. Time to imagine every possible thing that could go wrong. Time to overanalyze that one text message from 7 hours ago." Why? Why does your brain suddenly become a chaotic philosopher the moment you're trying to sleep? Today we're talking about the secret reason you overthink at night. And trust me, it's not because you're dramatic. Your brain is doing something very specific, very sneaky, and very human. Let's break it down in a simple, honest, slightly funny way, because nighttime overthinking is basically a universal experience. Number 1, your brain goes into problem-solving mode right before sleep. When you lie down, your brain switches from doing to reflecting. This is when it starts asking, did I say the wrong thing? Am I doing enough with my life? What if I mess up tomorrow? Why did they reply like that? What if everything goes wrong? Your brain isn't trying to torture you. It's trying to fix things. It just doesn't understand the concept of, "Please shut up, I'm trying to sleep." Number 3, emotions you ignored during the day come back at night. When you push emotions down, the brain stores them for later. Later equals nighttime. Night is when sadness resurfaces, anxiety returns, fears get louder, insecurities rise, loneliness hits hardest. Not because these emotions suddenly appear, but because you finally stop running from them. Your brain dumps all the unresolved feelings you didn't process in daylight. Number 4, your mind loves patterns and night triggers old ones. The brain is trained by repetition. If you spent months or years overthinking at night, your brain now believes night equals time to worry. So every time you lie down, it automatically pulls up old regrets, old memories, old fears, old scenarios. It's not new stress, it's old programming. Number 5, you feel more vulnerable at night, and vulnerability amplifies thoughts. During the day, you're in survival mode, but at night, your guard drops, your energy drops, your emotional walls drop. Your brain becomes more sensitive, more emotional, more dramatic. That's why everything feels 10 times worse at night. A small problem becomes a disaster. A tiny fear becomes a crisis. A delayed text becomes heartbreak. A small insecurity becomes identity collapse. Night magnifies everything. Number 6, darkness reduces external stimulation, so your internal world gets louder. With no visual or social distractions, your brain turns inward. This makes your internal dialogue more intense. You start noticing thoughts you never had time to notice before. It's like your mind is saying, since there's nothing else going on, let's overthink something. Number 7, your brain tries to prepare you for tomorrow. Nighttime overthinking is often your brain trying to anticipate risks, avoid embarrassment, predict negative outcomes, rehearse conversations, plan every detail of tomorrow, prevent future mistakes. Your brain thinks overthinking equals control. It's trying to protect you from things that haven't even happened. It's misguided self-defense. Number 8, overthinking at night is linked to childhood emotional patterns. As kids, night was often the time when we were alone, we felt scared, we had time to imagine things, we replayed the day, and our brain learned to worry when it was quiet. If nights were emotionally heavy growing up, your adult brain still carries that imprint. Nighttime becomes a trigger for old emotional habits. Number 9, you're mentally exhausted, and exhaustion makes thoughts more dramatic. At night, you're tired, and when you're tired, your logic weakens, your emotions intensify, your fears exaggerate, your thinking becomes less rational. This is why the thing that felt like a crisis at 2 a.m. feels ridiculous the next morning. Your brain is simply less stable when exhausted. Number 10, your mind uses the night to search for unfinished business. Every unprocessed argument, fear, conversation, anxiety, decision, confusion, insecurity, sadness resurfaces at night because your brain hates open tabs. It wants to close loops. It wants to clean the inbox. It wants resolution. But instead of working through things gradually, it dumps them all onto you at once, at the exact time you're trying to sleep. So what's the real secret reason you overthink at night? It's not weakness. It's not drama. It's not anxiety without cause. It's because nighttime is the only moment your mind has the freedom to speak. Your brain is trying to process your day, understand your emotions, solve your problems, protect you from threats, replay things you haven't healed, release the stress you buried, and make sense of your life. It's not trying to hurt you, it's trying to help you, but in the worst possible timing. Here's the truth. Nighttime overthinking means you're carrying more inside you than you allow yourself to feel. Your brain isn't broken, it's overwhelmed, and it finally has silence. The goal isn't to stop thinking. The goal is to heal what your mind is trying to process. When you address the emotions during the day, your mind won't have to scream at night.